Hello, y'all. It's 11:13 p.m. It was just 11:12. I was trying to make it before it turned 11:13. But anyway, um, like, I'm starting to feel a little bit better with my depression and everything. So, excuse me. Trying to make sure that, well, I was debating on whether or not to take my earbuds off. So, after I took the shower earlier today, and they squeezed my organs. And I did the video talking about that, and I showed what the neighbors were doing. But I had to basically, and I was trying to say that on a TikTok video before they disrupted me. So I had gone and took a shower. After doing laundry, I took a shower. I felt so dirty and I was stinky, suffering the depression and everything. You know, and so then I was like, when I went to do the laundry, it felt like as if I was sweating gallons of water. Well, not gallons of water, but I was sweating. That was the most I've ever sweated in I don't know how long. And being in a sauna, I don't count that. I'm talking about in natural weather outside. I'm not talking about being in an indoor sauna or hot tub or anything. But dealing with the hot weather, yeah. So I was sweating like crazy. And having like in Los Angeles, I could never sweat for some reason. But one time when I was at the YMCA in Pensacola or UWF campus, they had a man that said he was from Arizona, and I forgot the reason why, but he said something. He was giving some explanation for why, when you're in Arizona and Los Angeles, why you don't sweat over there. But I've sweated in Pensacola, but not like that. But I thought something was wrong with me when I was in Los Angeles and I would never sweat. But in my hometown, New Orleans, if it's hot, yeah, I'll be sweating. But, my whole entire body was sweating so bad this morning, So, so like when I went to the post office, yeah, because I went to the post office after the laundry and then I went to take my shower. So when I went to the post office, I was feeling so sleep deprived, and I was like, ooh, the sleep deprivation and the hot heat really don't mix. Because then I started to get disoriented and feel like I was going to fall out, pass out, or faint, or I was afraid I was having heat exhaustion or something. But I tried to drink me some cold water before I left back out. But when you be at the this laundromat, they have the air conditioners running only on one side and not the other, and they leave the door open. Well, I'm glad they leave the door open. So so then it's always miserable hot up in there, and then the dryers make things more hot. So so you wash your clothes and dry, and I mean, I wouldn't like to go up like at 8 and 9 o'clock at night when it's trying to get dark, because, well, it being dangerous, and also the mosquitoes and stuff. Like this morning when I went out to get breakfast, I got I think I got bit by a couple of mosquitoes. So so yeah, I haven't sweated that bad in a long time. So then, I mean, I felt dirty and I was stinking, and so I took a shower, and they squeezed my organs when I was trying to take a shower in a way that make me feel like as if it was the police punishing me. It made me feel like the police was punishing me, like sadistic police abuse or something, with hitting me with the direct and energy weapons. You know, so it, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like 8.5, and almost totally unbearable. It really felt like my organs were about to burst. And I couldn't even rinse myself off all the way, and I couldn't dry myself at all. And so then, you know, I was trying to bend my body back and stretch my body out. And, you know, me being in the tub, I couldn't grab for the phone. Couldn't call the ambulance because, you know, once you grab your phone, the attacks stop. And then once the ambulance gets here, then you'll be made to look like a hypochondriac. So I finally went to grab the phone. And the moment I got out of the tub and grabbed the phone, all the attacks stopped. I had to walk out of the tub with my whole body wet and try to run to the phone with no clothes on, and then like try to tell y'all what was going on. But before I can grab the phone, the pain stopped. And then I don't remember what it was I picked off the floor. And then the pain was totally gone. So I hopped back in the shower and finished rinsing off. And they tried to make the pain come back. But then, you know, so that let me know that they're watching me, that their 6 sadistic asses are watching me while I'm showering. And they must be putting me on the dark web. You're watching me while I'm showering and watching everything I do up in here. So yeah, what a coincidence that they made the pain go away and I was able to bend all the way down and pick something up off the floor. And then I drank me a little bit of water. And then, you know, I went back in the shower and, you know, I had to hurry up and finish rinsing myself because they were trying to make the pain start back up again. I mean, it was unbearable. I mean, I'm sitting here wondering if my organs really would burst. It's traumatic and scary. You want to know when the last time I shaved? Like the certain areas. You want to know when the last time I shaved? March 29th. That one day that I went swimming on the college campus in Cincinnati. That was the only day I got to go swimming. And that was like a few days before I got here. That was the last time I was able to shave. And they didn't squeeze my organs that day, I don't think. Because I was able to shave. You know, so like they're forcing it to where you can't even take care of yourself or take care of your body or take care of your health the way you want to and the way you need to. And then they want to force things and manipulate things for you to look like a sorry, sad loser. So they want things for you to look like a sad, sorry loser. So then so it's like profess targeted individuals, they act like as if they applaud the popular fakes for being able to keep a job and keep themselves up looking neat, looking fresh and everything. And then they'd be like, yeah, you don't look like some of these other TIs that look homeless, that look disheveled, that look dirty or whatever. You know, or you're not out here looking like a crazy bum to discredit us and stuff like that. But it's easy for you to say that if you ain't going through that suffering. If you got a job, but some people are targeted some people are targeted heavier than others. But yeah, I even before ever since foster care, you know, the foster mom kept us poor while she stayed rich. And I was 8 years old being forced to wear 18 years old being forced to wear the same hand-me-down clothes from when I was 8 years old. The foster sister April, Joni, and the foster cousin Mildred. Yeah, their hand-me-down clothes that were given to me. Their clothes that were given to me when I was 8 years old. The foster mom still had me wearing those when I was 18. Or 18, 19 years old. And people were complaining that my clothes were too tight. Well, I don't have the money for new clothes or anything else. So I was underage and 15, 16, 17 years old. And the foster mom used to predict my homelessness. I told y'all about this before, about how she used to predict my homelessness and drive around and tell me that I'm going to be a prostitute like this person, or I look like a crackhead like this person, or, you know, or that she would show me school textbooks talking about that I look like this and that schizophrenic. Like psychology, college textbooks, you know. And then she would tell me there are gonna be plenty of days that you're gonna be broke. So if people think that my own twin sister looks fresher than me and better than me, or is able to keep herself up, well, I barely have that much. I don't even really have that much, you know. Or they'll make it like as if I'm retarded and don't know how to take care of anything. So, you know, excuse me. So, I don't know. They just want me to look like the worst loser. But I caught myself trying to be very determined to complete my shower. And then I was able to get my clothes on with no problem afterwards. The second time trying to rinse myself off. Excuse me. And then it took me at least it took me at least 4 hours to upload those videos. You know, excuse me. And then I try to go to take a nap. And then I went to sleep at about 1:10 this afternoon. And then I woke up at, what time was it? I woke up, I think it was after 6 o'clock. I don't remember if it was 6 o'clock or 6:30 that I woke up. So, for breakfast early this morning, I know it was something that I could have easily made here at home. But as I said, I was so sleep deprived. You know, too sleep deprived to make any pancakes or grits or anything. So they finally had something breakfast. You know, I got me two breakfast sandwiches, and you know, it's been a while since I've been to 7-Eleven, but I got 2 breakfast sandwiches and 2 donuts and 2 small bottles of fruit juice. So earlier today I had the 2 sandwiches and the apple juice. But I got the cranberry juice. But the cranberry juice, you know, I think tomorrow morning I'll have the cranberry juice. I'll have the donuts. But I'm not going to have the cranberry juice because, you know, me being afraid of too much sugar at once, you know. So maybe the day after tomorrow or another time I might have the cranberry juice. But they were like 2 for $3 or something like that. I don't remember exactly how much it cost. But yeah, I mean, I guess the sandwich could have been something I could have made at home, but I was so sleep deprived. But eventually, you know, I got 5 hours of sleep this afternoon. And then I don't remember if it was 6:30 or 7 o'clock. And I had the rest of the can of pork and beans. I had pork and beans, tuna, and that already made quinoa. The quinoa, and it had the mango. They said jalapeno mango, but it looked like red peppers and mango. And I mixed it up and had that, and then let me show y'all. Then I had some of these cookies right here. They used to sell these at Rouse's in my hometown, New Orleans. And they used to taste so good and fresh, but when I got these off Amazon a while back, but they don't taste as fresh. Or I used to find them addictive, but this package I don't really find it addictive. Like at first when in New Orleans they used to taste so good and so addictive that it's like I couldn't stop eating them. But they're supposed to be like healthier cookies. You know, and they don't have too much high sugar either, or too high in fat and all the bad stuff. You know, they got like more like pure ingredients. So it's supposedly a small business. So after 7:30, I felt sleepy again, or felt tired again. And when I try to do the duet video, um the in-person gang stalkers passed by blasting loud music as soon as I started the video. Excuse me. You know, but you know, a lot of people on TikTok had turned against me and betrayed me. Excuse me. They turned against me and betrayed me. But then when I did the angry rant video and cussed everybody out, you know, I'm glad they had at least 5 or 6 people. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm glad there were at least 5 or 6 people that came to you know, support me and say that they care. So I mean that helped to give me some hope. Excuse me. So I made another community post and then I put it on my blog as well. You know, even this morning I wanted to write a short story, but I was so sleep deprived and tired. You know. So I mean, it is the 9th. Excuse me, and tomorrow will be the 10th. And I'm surprised that, you know, I've still got some fruits and vegetables and a lot of meat left, you know, and a lot of rice. And I got me some cheese and stuff, you know. But, you know, I felt like frustrated with the restaurant gang stalking about them cheating me out my food and playing games. And I felt like, well, I can't wait till I get my own place so that, you know, I can control my own food portions and everything. So I guess I had been used to convenience, you know, with eating out, being homeless on the streets, and I felt like I wanted to get back to cooking again. But maybe the sleep deprivation make me feel like, you know, sleep deprivation make you not interested in things you normally like in the same way that depression does. So, for me to, you know, I was sleep deprived this morning. So I was like, well, if I had, you know, at least, I don't remember how many hours I had, like 12, 13, 14 hours of sleep yesterday. And then had no sleep in the middle of the night. And then 12 hours later, feeling that sleep deprived, feeling like as if I got no sleep. But around 9:30 tonight, I started to try to fall asleep. Started to feel tired. but started to doze off and fall asleep too. But after 20 or 30 minutes, anxiety started to kick in, and I was having like small mini dreams while I was half awake. Small miniature dreams while I was half awake. And I felt scared to go to sleep because of being scared of having nightmares or having bad dreams. You know. So I'm feeling like I don't even know if I mean, like, when I paid that freaking hospital bill, so it looks like I would have had at least $76 or $77 if I didn't go to the store this morning. I'm talking about in the bank. But now I have $65.43. Birthday month, I'm always the most broke. So, but I have everything I need just about, at the moment. As far as basic necessities, like, I have paper towels, toilet paper, my bladder pads, I got batteries, I got soap. Oh yeah, did I say soap already? I got food. I was able to do laundry this morning. I recently got some laundry detergent, and I was trying to tell the guy I wanted plain Castile soap, but he gave me a laundry detergent. He said he thought that I was trying to ask for the laundry detergent, but no, I was just trying to ask for the plain Castile soap. Oh shucks, hold up. So there was a black ant that was crawling on my arm and crawling on my bed. So yeah, I was trying to say that the man had said he said he didn't know why he thought I was asking for laundry soap for some reason. Oh well, he asked me to pick out the scents, and I didn't realize that went with the laundry soap. I was trying to get the plain Castile soap. So he let me have the laundry soap. And then he let me have the laundry soap, but then he's going to reship the regular soap. He's going to reship the regular soap. So he let me keep the laundry soap at no extra charge. And one is plain, unscented, and the other one is plumeria scent. Oh, well, excuse me. Well, I had the plumeria scent, and wow, I didn't realize how powerful and strong that was. But with the so-called soft water, I didn't feel like a gummy feel or like a greasy feel on my clothes, but it was such a strong smell. Even after I dried my clothes in this strong fragrance, So yeah, I forgot what plumeria smelled like. But one of my favorite scents, like SCENT scent, is mulberry. But he didn't have that one, but I love mulberry scent. You know, the foster mom used to have mulberry scent of potpourri years ago. And oh, that was like my favorite smell. Mulberry. But I tried the actual mulberry fruit, the physical fruit of mulberry. I know I tried it dried and I didn't like it, but I don't remember whether or not I had it fresh. But I've had mulberry juice before, you know. But, well, I'm so nervous in my own video because of the gang stalkers and the fake TI perps heavily judging and condemning me. You know. So, and they make fun of, and a lot of times I don't even be really saying it, but then my anxiety and Tourette's, you know, making my nervousness worse. And so then, you know, for me to keep on saying, I don't even realize I'm saying it, but sometimes I'm sitting here feeling like, you know, that might be a Tourette's vocal tics, you know, and me just feeling so nervous. And I shouldn't have to be nervous in my own videos. So, yeah, they mock and make fun of me but then, you know, they've been mocking and make fun of my tics and my Tourette's, and then falsely lying and saying that I'm faking Tourette's. So that's really not the case. I'm not faking at all. But what was I talking about just now? Before the Tourette's talk. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah. So yeah, the mulberry scent. I like that one. But if I have like a lighter amount of peppermint oil or lavender oil, it smells good. But not my favorite. Neither one of those are my favorite, but they smell good. But if any of those oils are too overpowering, I don't like it. And too much peppermint oil make my stomach hurt. So, but I like orange essential oil. I like the orange smell, and I kind of like cedar wood. Or yeah, and like they had this man in Los Angeles at Venice Beach. He used to sell sandalwood oil soap. I mean, I see a lot of people they use like in New Orleans. A lot of the people would use shea butter and the black soap, the African black soap. Excuse me. But I mean, I guess getting shea butter and African black soap, is that like, if people were to buy that from the Rastafarian or whatever, it's like when people they condemn me for eating Muslim navy bean pie. Like for me to try to eat Muslim bean pie. But when I was in foster care, you know, Yeah, that was the one of the special desserts that was for the adults. But I really loved that pie. But when I got to Los Angeles, the actual Muslims in Los Angeles, um, yeah, it was not that great. Their Muslim bean pie, the Muslim Navy bean pie, it wasn't that great, you know. I wish I knew how to make my own Muslim bean pie. I never made a regular pecan pie. It's one of my favorite pies. But sweet potato is another one. But when I was living in Los Angeles, I had, excuse me, I made sweet potato pie and then put pecans on top of it. Turned out to taste so good. But yeah. So I guess tomorrow I'll have 2 donuts for breakfast. I don't have no more chips. So I'll have 2 donuts for breakfast. I'm going to try to see if I'm energetic enough to have another celery, banana, and plum smoothie. And I'll probably have, well, depends on how much sleep I get. I don't know if I'll have, I don't know what I'll have. I don't know if I should have pork and beans and rice and chicken or what I should have. If I should have pork and beans and rice and chicken or something. But I love pork and beans. I kind of don't too much care for baked beans. You know, it's too barbecue and too sweet. The baked beans, but the regular pork and beans and rice, I love it. Like, I love it to have pork and beans, rice, and sausage. I like to have pork and beans, rice, and sausage, you know. So, like, I was thinking, wow, if they have, like, excuse me, somebody that looked like me, and say if you if you in school or have a job, when a narcissistic man, you know, if a person is considered ugly like me or unattractive or undesirable, if you have a job or something, you have a coworker or something, and if they have like a narcissistic man that if he find out you got a crush on him, and then other narcissistic women would go back and run back and tell him, you know, if they might be like, oh, Steven, Candy said she got a crush on you, or she said she like you. I mean, how a narcissistic abuser, if they had a narcissistic guy if you didn't know that he was a narcissistic abuser, or if if you think he's cute and attractive, you know, and you don't know that he's a narcissistic abuser, or you're not educated about narcissistic abuse. I'm sitting here thinking back on my past years ago, if I'm in junior high or high school, you know, or even in college, or it could even be at church or something, you know, for example. But if a narcissistic abuser were to find out that you like him, or that you have a crush on him or whatever, you know, it's one of the worst feelings. But if you would have known and been educated about narcissistic abuse, you know, you could have saved yourself some heartache. You know, if you would have looked beyond or looked past his physical appearance and looks and see what's in his heart. You know, but I heard that it'd be like the people who seen by society as undesirable and unattractive be more successful, or even homeless people, if they might be more susceptible to being holy, or more likely to be holy or more righteous than somebody that's cute and attractive. Somebody that's cute and attractive and they end up having a lot of money, you know, and they be conformed to the world. It's weird for me to even have come across cute, attractive men. Like, if you're so cute, what you doing being homeless? But I don't be going around trying to flirt at men, or, you know, or be trying to get with men or whatever. I just stay to myself. But, yeah, it's weird to see an attractive person be homeless. But I was homeless. And for any man to find me attractive, I'm like, what you want to be attracted to me for? I'm dirty. I stink. And you still want me? Oh, well, you can come to my house and take a shower. No, I don't trust that, because y'all asses be some doggone traffickers. But, you know, wow. So, the devastating feeling that you feel when your heart is broken because you don't know that guy is a narcissistic abuser. If you have a crush on him and think he's cute, you know, and then the horrible stuff that he'll say about you, and the way he'll flip out and make you feel like as if you are of no value, like as if you're nothing at all, like as if you don't deserve to be called human, because he think that you're so ugly and unattractive and don't deserve to mate or breed. I mean, the devastating feeling he would make you feel, you know. Now, we were in our early 20s. It was after Hurricane Katrina. They had this man from the fake IDMR cult named Arthur Wittenberg, right? And I was living with the foster mom. It was after Hurricane Katrina, like in 2006. My twin sister was already living in Virginia. Her and her husband or whatever. And so that Arthur Wittenberg person, he had, I don't know how the foster mom found out that Arthur Wittenberg went to hang out with, or briefly for a quick moment, stay by my twin sister and her husband. And Raven and at least Ivan were babies. I don't know if my twin sister was pregnant with McKeithen at that time, or if no. No, I don't even think she was pregnant with McKeithen. But so then the foster mom was outraged. We were grown adults now. We were grown adults. We weren't kids. We were in our 20s. And so the fake foster mom got mad. She got mad and she got mad and flipped out and was outraged and talking about how that Arthur Wittenberg guy was a con artist, and she said that he had been like a slick con artist for years. And then she said that the man had been a slick con artist for years. I knew nothing about that, I haven't seen any mug shots on the internet or nothing, but she said that he'd been a con artist for years, and that he would sell people cheap fake jewelry that turned their fingers green, or cheap rings on their fingers, or cheap earrings or whatever, and that he was a con artist that would scam people or whatever. And then, I think I did hear that he has a criminal record or something, but for some other stuff, I don't remember what it was. But so then my twin sister blabbered her mouth and because I didn't say too much, but when she told me about the Arthur Wittenberg guy standing by her, and I never desired to have sex with a man or marry a man or nothing like that, but all I said was he was cute or something like that, And so my twin sister, she probably told some lie or over-exaggerated and manipulated. She didn't tell what she said to make him react a certain way. But she tried to make it like all she had to do was, tell him that I think he's cute. And he was too old for me anyway, too old for my standards. And so she said that the way he that he really wanted to crawl out of his skin. And I'm like, well, you probably told him something to make him, maybe you lied to him about Raven. And that would make you lying like that, and if he believes the lie is true, of course, that would make anybody want to crawl out of their skin. But if he's a con artist or a criminal and doing sick shit his damn self, but if they look down on you, act like they think they're better than you, they look down on you like they try to think like they're superior or something. So, I was hurt for a long time. When she said something about that he wanted to crawl out of his skin. What did you tell that? What smear campaign, or what did you manipulate that man to think about me? But ever since that, then, that turned me off from liking him, But then, like, I did like a quick research on his name, and I did not know that his grandma or something like that was in the Hollywood entertainment industry, or one of his immediate ancestors, not parents, but I think one of his grandparents or something like that. And so it's like, and I think he runs his own business or something like that. But you got to be a narcissistic abuser or a sociopath or something in order to be a scam artist or a con artist. and he has a like he like when we were in the cult, he had a beautiful daughter, and so it's like he was already an adult when we were teenagers. You know, he was, I don't know how old he was, but he was much older. But he was, you know, he wasn't light skinned or nothing, but he was definitely Creole, you know, with those pretty traits. So, I mean, that turned me off from liking him, you know. But they have somebody, if I might think that they're cute, but a narcissistic abuser, female narcissist, would falsely accuse me of sexually wanting. I'm like, wow, you can't compliment, like, even if I can't even compliment people's kids no more because they over exaggerate and lie and falsely trying to make, like, I mean, I can't even call nobody cute no more. One time the foster mom got mad at me. I was like, I think I was 11 years old. The guy, the boy, he was a little bit older, probably 13, 14, 15. And I didn't really care so much about the way he looked, but I was fascinated with his shoes. I liked his shoes. And then he got rude with me and we were at the fake McDonald's that was down the street from the foster mom's house, like 2 or 3 blocks away. And I cried, and my feelings were hurt because he was mean to me. And so the foster mom got in my face and was like, maybe he thought you was trying to come on to him. And like narcissistic abusers, they sexualize everything. I'm like, if I'm 11 years old, like, what the hell, you know? Excuse me. So, I mean, that wasn't even close to my mind at all. But if it was a female, if I would have complimented her shoes, you know, thinking nothing, just with pure innocence. And what would she have said? But, so it's like, can't even, it's like, well, you can't think somebody's cute. People will automatically jump to fake conclusion and take it a step further and falsely assume that you're trying to sexually get at that person. Well, I would never want to date or have sex with that Arthur Wittenberg guy. But, you know, I had been working on a novel, and it's been a while since I worked on it because of what I'm going through. And me being homeless, it's been a while, but I might do a short story version of, like on my short story series, you know, about how one of the short story characters would, or I might just do a different scenario about how, a woman accidentally joins a cult, you know, joining a cult, unknowingly joining a cult, chasing after an attractive man that's already in the cult, and then get trapped in it, and then try to get out, and then if she did everything to be with this man, and then if she did any and everything to be with him, and then they have a bad experience a bad marriage or a bad relationship, and then years later, she's still running from him, trying to get away from him. If she thought he was so hot and attractive, and then come to find out he's a crazy fucking psychopath. Or I might do it like a different spin on a different story, something along those lines of that being like the idea or something like that, And that's like a short story idea. But and then narcissistic know-it-alls, cerebral narcissists think they're the smartest people in the world or think that they make the best decisions. They will try to tell you not to get with a man unless you're known for him at least 6 months. Like they pretend that they're wise and smart. But they have, that's why I say I don't know, because people really do be flipping, switching, and changing. You seem nice, normal, wholesome, and, like the girl next door or the boy next door. And something happened that you weren't born that way, but then you just snap and turn into a doggone psychopath. And then, it breaks my heart so much that I can't even look at it too much. Leah Nicole, Black Girl Unlost, and Leah Gordon, and a few others out there that expose and tell tragic stories about Black women being trafficked or murdered or going missing. But the major stories like Kanika Jenkins and Shanquella Robinson and a few others, they don't really touch on those topics. But the smaller, lesser known ones, they will do videos, and a lot of the times, it's like a successful Black woman who might be 28 years old and owning a business. And her business just started to flourish and she become more successful. And then if she has like a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, or she just got her nursing degree and then her husband just kill her. And a lot of people will say that, well, you're jealous of your baby mama, or you're jealous of your girlfriend, jealous of your fiance, jealous of your wife. Or if they might be Black friends that freaking set you up. Or if you just randomly get shot and killed, and then people will say that that's a targeted hit. So, they got more people being targeted and trafficked than they realize, than people realize. And then if you end up in an abusive relationship, that might be a male honeypot or a Romeo or whatever they call it, or Don Juan or whatever you call it, that's set up to be your handler. A pimp handler and got a psychopath personality. And then, if he can't get the control that he wants out of you, or if he can't manipulate you or whatever anymore, or if you wake up to the truth, and then he might straight up kill you. And so people say that, a man's rejection, if you like a guy and he don't like you back or whatever, so they say that that's God's protection. And they even say that that's the same way with friends too. If you have a female friend and you're a female, and that person betray you and turn against you, or they don't like you or whatever, they'll say that God was protecting you from something worse happening. And they try to tell you that it's okay to grieve for a short bit, but don't let it consume your life. But, they be having people that be looking for love in the TI community. Not me. That ain't make my nose itch. Not me. I would just rather stay by myself for the rest of my life. You know, excuse me. I would rather just stay by myself for the rest of my life because I don't want to, like, I'm so used to being alone that I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. You know, having to live with other people, and then everything has to change, like a whole 180-degree opposite of what I'm comfortable and used to. You know, I function best alone and by myself, and I'll be damn. I don't want to be married to a man that's gonna blast loud TV and blast loud music and smack his food really loud. Or a man that's gonna be abusive and disrespectful. Now I see what people are saying, that you can't just go off because you're attracted to the guy or you think he's cute or anything like that, you know. But they have situations where an ugly guy would break a pretty girl's heart. I've seen that too. You know, or if the pretty girl would be sprung over the ugly guy. I think I did a short story about that, you know. I described the guy to be like a mahogany complexion with red hair and freckles and ugly and being abusive, narcissistic, and controlling. And he found this female, you know, at a church and manipulated her and tricked her into a relationship or whatever. And I don't remember the rest of the details, but yeah. But he did her so dirty in that short story the character, you know, in the short story that I wrote. I don't remember what title it was, though. But some people like to go off of if somebody's popular or if they're attractive or if they got a lot of money, you know. But it seems like the good-hearted people be the ones that's financially poor. Whether you're housed or homeless, the good-hearted people be the financially poor and give you the shirt off their backs or give you their last. But the arrogant, rich, narcissistic, stingy motherfuckers, though. You got all that money, but you stingy with it. And feel like $1 is too much to donate. And you look down on them like they're beneath you. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I can get this Social Security thing, if things can get resolved and get better, or if they're really trying to destroy me and trying to get the worst to happen to me. So there was this booklet that I came across in the middle of the night, and about the targeted individual. And I heard that like the same thing actually happened to me. I want to read the whole booklet or the whole ebook in depth, like in its entirety. And so, like some of the stuff I was reading was the stuff that happened to me. Well, excuse me. Sorry. It is now. It's my cousin Rebecca's birthday. It is now Thursday, August 10th, 2023 at 12:18 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, the family will have a lavish birthday bash for her. But our birthday is coming on the 25th. I won't hear anything from anybody. Even if family members did have access to my email, phone number, or if they saw me in person, it's like, as I said, as far as I know, I'd be stuck here wrongfully punished to stay here all day, and this would be like just a random day, nothing special on my own birthday. And I don't have nobody I can share the cake with. I don't know anybody here. I don't have nobody I can share the cake with. Everybody pretends to be fake diabetic around here as a covert way of wishing diabetes on me. So it looked like the most I could get is like a small little cupcake or something, and a small little thing of ice cream. So yeah, I mean, thinking about the crush on guys, yeah, I had that heartbreak, in elementary school, junior high, and high school, or whatever, or even college, and then, like, if they find out that I like them, then they'd be like, ew, or something like that. Yeah, they're like, ugh. Now, like, grown adults acting like that, but you call me childish. But, I don't be going around trying to make sexual advances at men or nothing like that, But when I was in New York, and we were having a conversation, and somehow it turned into me mentioning that I had a crush on one of the staff workers. And the messy ladies at the shelter, the gang stalking ladies at the shelter, they went and blabbered their mouth and told him about me. And then, and then he got hateful and turned against me and started to, like, be brutally disrespectful and abusive to the point where I ended up hating him. No, I never dreamed about having sex with him or fantasized about him or wanted to marry him. I just thought he was cute. But he made sure I ended up hating him. And he was always abusing his fake power and wanting to punish me. Like, if you're a man, what you doing being a staff at a woman's shelter anyway? But they had quite a few of them, though. The staff members, the case managers. And so he made sure to give me hell. His name was Jose Rodriguez, and he was Puerto Rican from New York. And he turned out to be a narcissistic abuser and a perp. One time he even said, well, we're not trying to target you or anything. Like, why would you say that? Yeah. So, he was an abusive, narcissistic gang stalker that was abusing his power. And one time he made me mad enough that I called him a pussy-ass bitch in front of everybody. And then they narcissistically demanded an apology and wanted me to be just so punished. But they were gang stalking me at that shelter in New York. Gang stalking me really bad. They gang stalked me since day one. And I didn't know it was called gang stalking, but I was wondering why they always chose favoritism towards others, and they singled me out, and they were bullying, picking on, and harassing me since the first day there. As soon as I got upstairs. It was Lenora Mack and Joanne Tolko that were harassing me. And they started first with picking on and harassing me. And then when that Twinkie person, I can't say too much on here, but that Twinkie person, when she got there, her name was LaShawn Reyes. And when she got mad at me. I'm not a lesbian. But she was bisexual, and she got mad at me and started perping and abusing me, and she was trying to be my handler. She acted like a narcissistic control freak fake friend, and she was trying to be my handler, and she blew everything up and made everything worse. And she was the popular fake favorite of everybody from the moment she got there. Undeserved praise like Monica from the Masonic Smelly Crab family. Undeserved praise for nothing. Nothing good. That Twinkie person, she even sexually assaulted me. She even sexually assaulted me one time. I felt so degraded. Like, let me get the hell out of New York. But yeah, everybody in New York wanted to kill me. Nobody was going to do anything to stop it either. They wanted me to die in a mental hospital in New York. But they got narcissistic control freak fake TI perps on social media that don't know me that well. And then they think that they know me well enough that they try to make like as if I have a serious mental problem. But they don't even, like, if you haven't contacted me in a couple of years, it's a perp thing to do to call somebody mentally ill. If you call somebody mentally ill, that's a perp thing to do, because calling somebody crazy is a way to discredit the real TIs. No matter what y'all say, I know I'm a real TI that's uncorrupted, and I don't join the herd. But it's sad that they got professed targeted individuals bullying and jealous of each other, or bullying and jealous of others, or certain professed targeted individuals that act like they think they're better than others. Excuse me. And it's brutal. It's brutal. Yeah, it's like, but as I said, I'm glad that there were a few people on TikTok to let me know that they care and that their support. That I have their support. But then, a lot of people, they change. They flip on you. If they say that they're here for support, and then faster than they can say, I'm here for support, faster than that, that's when they betray you and stab you in the back. So yeah, like, no matter how cute I think a guy is, though, it's like, like, from all those rapes that happen, I'm traumatized by sex. And I would be traumatized to be raped again. I just try to stay to myself. They got too many predators. And it's like the victims of it's like the targeted individuals that's the victims of the trafficking are falsely accused of being predators. They're falsely accused of being predators. But the real predators be the gang stalkers. They hunt for us. We are considered the prey, and they're the predators. And they reverse everything and then get rewarded and praised and fake popularity from it. So I was trying to say, but they had so much noise around. And then that bus driver wanted to come, that school bus wanted to come with the noise, just to be loud and the noise harassment, and came over there just to make noise with that loud ass, raggedy, multicolored, discolored, deformed, ugly bus. And so then, after that, I noticed that a white man in a black car, he was sitting and lurking around waiting in his car. And I figured he was a perp, but he was a fake nice perp, fake friendly perp. And he even, at one point, I showed he had his arm hanging out the window. And it had the Mexican man with a red F-150 truck that was identical, well, almost identical, to the foster sister Shelly and her husband Brian. They used to have a red F-150 just like that. We rode in it a couple of times, but Shelly and Brian, they thought they were too good to let us ride in that truck. You know, we didn't get to ride in that truck that much, but Shelly used to have a black Beretta. It was a Chevrolet Beretta. It was a black Beretta with red seats. And then Brian, one time he had a small green Mazda truck that looked like an older model Ford Ranger. And I don't remember what it was, Mazda, Ford, and another vehicle that used to look like that. But then they got that F-150. And Brian didn't want Shelly to drive the truck. Well, I would hate a husband like that won't let me drive. But when Shelly drove the truck that day, and then I'm like, yeah, we finally get to ride in that truck. It was around the time when the expeditions came out and the navigators and all that. Excuse me. And then the Escalade came right after. So I guess they must have been perps back then with that red truck. So then that guy, all he did was look at me this morning. He had his arm hanging out the window, perping me, and it's like they were there already washing clothes before I got there. So with the gang stalking, would they still be there waiting for me? What if I would have changed my mind? Did the gang stalkers be wasting their time on the targets a lot, or is it a spiritual thing that they be perfectly right on the money? Both of those men were there before I got there. But I told that man to his face how disgusting he is and everything. And all he could do was look at me and give me a certain kind of look. But they had that man that had his dog. Try to give him the benefit of the doubt. I said hello to him, and he gave me a very mean look. And then when after I got done passing by his house, he went inside with the dog. Now, I'm no way at all attracted to him, but narcissistic abusers like the fake foster mom or any other narcissistic abuser that think they own me or think they're my pimp, they would get envious and jealous of any interaction I would have with anybody of the opposite gender, and then falsely accuse me of, all I do is say hello, and you're falsely accused that of being sexual advances when it's not. But that's how they do, you know. You falsely lie and say I'm trying to flirt or make sexual advances. I can't even, say hello to anyone. But you falsely call me a lesbian if I say hello to another woman. Like, you don't want me with any social interaction at all, and you want to twist and pervert everything. You're the one who's sick in the head and perverted, but you lie and say I'm sick and crazy and perverted. So anyway, ever since the honey was dropped off by my doorstep, some of the honey wasted. And then they have the trash down there. I have an infestation of black ants right outside my front door. And tried to use the peppermint oil hoping that I can get rid of them. It looked like millions of ants right outside my front door. But a few hours ago, when I emptied out the pail of, well, the bucket of the what I was using as a trash can, when I emptied that out, emptied the water out of it from collecting it with the air conditioner. When I emptied it out, it looked kind of like it felt humid and moist outside and very windy, but I didn't get any warning or notification that it's supposed to rain. But we've been having so much heat, and we've been having so much heat, We've been having so much heat, and then, like, in April and May, I think it rained a lot. And the electricity would go out frequently. But it's been, very hot with the weather. It's been very hot. Excuse me. And it's been very hot outside. And no rain or nothing, But I'm like, we need some rain. But in New Orleans, I heard that the heat is so bad in New Orleans that the mayor had to declare an emergency. And I heard 6 people died. And then I heard about this couple that their air conditioner stopped working, and then they died. And I heard that a 35-year-old female was that she drank 4 bottles of water within 20 minutes and then died from drinking too much water. Like, that's all traumatizing and scary for me. You see, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking things as I go. It's like, this other thought came to me, like, my twin sister lied on me and said that I told everybody that me and Darius dated. I never said that Darius was my boyfriend. I never met him in person. But we would talk on the phone and talk about our targeting experiences and traumas and whatever. But then he turned into an abusive, narcissistic perp. And then using projection and everything like that. I never had a crush on Darius or looked at him in a sexual way. But my twin sister, she lied and tried to be messy. And he believed her. Excuse me. And then that Jessica person, she falsely, she acts like she is obsessed with any and every man that I interact with. And she acts like she delusionally believes that she's my pimp or handler, but she's just a psychopathic, obsessed, jealous perp using projection, And then, they try to falsely push the idea that they made false rumors lying and saying I was having sex with David Jane, or that I have a crush on, that I like David Jane or whatever. But he was a friend and we never did anything sexual with each other. But, they go and make false rumors and lies and smear campaigns and, as I said, they'll turn anything sexual. They're sexually perverted and got a lot of perv on their mind. Even the narcissistic women, they got a lot of perv on their mind. They'll look at my chest and talk about, oh, it look like you don't have a bra on. Excuse me, or something like that. And I'm like, what you doing looking at my chest? If I wear a bra that does not have wires, you falsely assume that I don't have one on. It'd be the cheap fake Walmart bra that I can only afford for $4. And then you spread a false rumor online and say I'm not wearing a bra. And then you want to do something like force me to raise up my shirt to prove that I have one on. I'm a grown adult. That's so degrading and disrespectful. And then they publicize and want the whole world to know that, oh, she's, going out in public. What? No bra on. With no bra on. Even Star Bricker was making comments about my chest and talking about me not wearing a bra or that my bras look too cheap or whatever, Well, y'all force me to be poor and then want everything to be more expensive. So if all I can afford is a $4 bra that start poking me and I have to take the wire out, well, that's what I gotta do. You're another woman looking at my chest. The foster mom and the foster sister Shelly, Shelly used to send for me to come over and visit, and used to send for me to come downstairs just to demand that, I'm upstairs minding my business, maybe doing homework or something. And she would send for me to come downstairs and demand an answer for whether or not I have on a bra, and then force me to raise my shirt up and to show her whether or not I have one on. Now, if I'm inside all day and in my room by myself, what would it matter? Ain't no men in the house. Or she wanna send for me to come downstairs so she can get laughs at how quote unquote crazy my hair looks. That's the ignorant ghetto shit they used to do when I was in foster care. The foster stepdad, if I would wear shorts under a dress, and he would falsely accuse me of, if I'm wearing shorts under a dress, and he would falsely accuse me of, having nothing on down there, and the foster mom used to say I have to do what he tells me to do. So then he would try to force me to raise up my dress to see what I have. I'm like, I got shorts under here. So it's like y'all tell me to forget and let go of the past. And then y'all think that I got serious mental issues. Or I got serious kind of crazy going on. But then y'all are not even considerate of the abuse, torture, and trauma that I went through growing up. But you still think that I'm crazy by choice and that I'm my own problem. And the gang stalkers even falsely accused me of pretending to be crazy just to get checks. And the foster mom used to say, you're not crazy, you just play crazy. You know exactly what you're doing. Or she would bully and harass and lecture me and keep calling me crazy and say everybody knows your ass is crazy. Harass, and bully, harass, and lecture me and keep on calling me crazy and telling me everybody knows your ass is crazy, Candy. So it seems like from the community post that I did, that Jessica person, she even went on Paul's page. I already told y'all about what she did, and he gained more subscribers and got more likes for lying on me. And on that video that I did yesterday evening, I got over 115 views and 0 thumbs up and over 12 thumbs down. While he lied on me and falsely accused me of being a perp and got 11 thumbs up plus more subscribers for lying on me. And then on every video, even the video that I did this yesterday morning, it's a new day now, it's the 10th, but on the morning of the 9th, those videos, on every video where his name was mentioned, on almost every video, none of those videos, like YouTube made it like as if none of those videos were eligible for monetization. Like as if y'all really, and then my gang stalking attacks and directed energy attacks have gotten worse. When you're feuding with, if you're a targeted individual and feuding with a so-called other targeted individual, you know, the gang stalking attacks get way worse. Even if they're fake TI perps. So, it's like y'all really wanted to hardcore punish me. And I'm going to speak my mind on my own channel. But y'all wanted to falsely make him look right. But it's like, he had to have been a gang stalker in order to get everybody on his side like that. And then, on the 9th, you know, it's now the 10th. But if I was speaking as if Wednesday was today, now I would say earlier today. No, it's a new day. It's now Thursday, the 10th, rather than Wednesday, the 9th. But I showed y'all proof about him doing another video wearing red. So if it's proof that I'm a perp because of this tiny little bit of red right here, you're wearing whole red t-shirts and then brag about how you can wear as much red as you want. You know, so it's like dealing with Trisha all over again, that, or any other fake TI perp that y'all got me muted and canceled. You got me muted and canceled when I'm telling the truth. And you would rather defend a guy, and I'm a female, and y'all would rather defend a guy over a female. He's definitely a narcissistic abuser. Everybody always defend and agree with the narc. So it seems like as if he deliberately wore that red shirt as a way to perp and mock me. On purpose. Yet they falsely accuse me of being a perp. But, you know, that bothered me and upset me that, like, what did I say wrong? Like, 115 views and 12 thumbs down, 0 thumbs up. But then y'all go on Paul's page and give him 11 thumbs up. But if he's reporting on the same type of tactics that I report on in my videos, I guess if y'all gang stalkers, then that might be only a matter of time before y'all start harassing and fucking with him too. But y'all pretend like y'all on his side. If he brag about, if he knows who a real TI is, you would know that I'm a real one. But you're falsely accusing me of being fake because you're using projection and you got to be the fake one. You know, falsely accusing me of being paid and an Uncle Tom and all that. And y'all making like I don't have a right to speak my mind on my own. You know, you want to punish me on my own YouTube channel. But yeah, they make sure I got nothing but thumbs down and blocked from monetization on every video where I mention him. And that's the gang stalkers doing that. And he must be working for them or part of them. The fact that you want to say you don't even believe, that you don't believe that the Freemasons or Illuminati, you say you're talking about a government, but, excuse me, the Freemasons and Illuminati control and run the government. But you say you're talking about a government, but don't believe that the Illuminati and Freemason New World Order is real. But, you know, he seems like a mentally slow person that just be trying to sound fake intelligent just for show. You know, and then if he can't get the control that he wants out of you, you know, he never tried to really reach out to me and be of support. You know, he make like a few little smart ass comments here and there, you know, but as I said, you know, kicking me down when I'm already, kicking me down harder when I'm already going through something, you know. And so yeah, it seemed like he must have sold out to be getting all that I mean, even perps on Paul's side now. And you believe the perps when they lie and say, oh yeah, Candy perps me too. When the perps, the satanic perps that's trying to sex traffic me, like Jessica, yeah, y'all, you believe them. But you don't recognize that these are perps slandering me. All the videos about me, you say that, you act like as if you go along with the slander and lies about me. Like, oh, this is proof that Candy's a bad person because a whole bunch of people are saying it. No, a whole bunch of people are slandering me. You know, you had the same, if you say you had the same false accusations against you, you know, they make smear campaigns. But now you're participating in and joining in on the gang stalking and the bullying of a fellow TI because you sold out and became fake. You're starting to talk that lingo like how the popular fakes talk. You're starting to become one of the popular fakes. You're one of the popular fakes on TikTok. But it's a gang stalking thing to bully somebody, and it's a gang stalking thing to call somebody schizophrenic or mentally ill, or defend and agree with somebody that's bullying, or defend and agree with somebody that's going to call me mentally ill. You falsely glorify a targeted journey as a real TI. If you had any discernment, you would know she's fake. But go ahead and believe what you want, because you're clouded. Your mind is clouded. But you're just so arrogant in your own self-righteousness. But as I say, I'm fucking done with you, and I'm just going to stay away from you. I never was like close friends with Paul or nothing like that, but you know, he really bothered me, because now it's like, because him lying on me, like, that's why everybody on TikTok is unfollowing and blocking me. Because you lying on, making up lies. And then you don't want the truth exposed about you doing dirty shit. But I mean, it made me feel like I don't really have any support really on my YouTube channel. Like, everybody that subscribed to me, almost everybody that subscribed to me, with the exception of a few people, only a few people support. Not that many. But all these people that subscribe to me, and it's like y'all all are against me. I wouldn't have this many enemies if I was fake. I wouldn't have that. I would still have that other TikTok. You know, fake people don't have banned TikTok or YouTube accounts. And I'm not even trying to throw somebody under the bus, you know, or sacrifice somebody for a come up or anything like that. I'm not even trying to kick anybody down and then try to get paid for it. Y'all won't even let me have my passion for writing short stories and ebooks and stuff. Y'all block that. And I can get a janitorial job and you still don't consider that a real job. I have a bachelor's degree. And I barely made it due to the gang stalking setups. I could have been much more successful with higher grades. Excuse me. But I mean, I really think Paul is using projection, because somebody must have paid him to come harass and fuck with me. If I would have known, because I was mad at him that Friday morning, you know, when he was saying what he said about women. And then, you know, I felt like, and he was saying what he said about if you're targeted and you go up against a perp, then they have a right to shoot and kill you and all that. You're defending and agreeing with the perps. I mean, that made me mad. That made me really mad. And I should have just blocked him and stayed away from him on my new TikTok account. But he's sitting there working with my perps. You claim that you know, and you arrogant about who you know who's real and fake, but you don't even have the proper discernment to really know who's real and fake and who's fake. But I'm staying away from you because you're a deceiver and you throw up satanic hand signs and you're a narcissistic abuser. I mean, as I said, a targeted journey. She hadn't talked to me in nearly 2 years. That's like the thing with Monique. Came on my twin sister's page. My twin sister's lying to people and saying that I can prove that you're not a targeted individual, or prove that you're not a real TI. You're not a real targeted. You're not being gang stalked, and I can prove it. And that's what she'll be lying and saying. My own twin sister, who's a perp, and y'all don't want to believe me. And so then she got fake TI perps and regular perps defending and agreeing with her and joining her cult. And so my twin sister will perp with the red every chance she get. Be using satanic hand signs and one eye symbolism and everything. And it be deliberate and on purpose. Excuse me. So yeah, my twin sister freaking sold out. But y'all know the truth, but y'all just find this shit amusing. And people act like as if they're afraid to, they act like as if they're afraid to go against my twin sister and support me. Being a real target that I showed y'all what I'm going through. And you still think Candy not being gang stalked, Candy not a TI, she just faking. Because y'all are abusive and narcissistic liars. Gang stalking liars. Excuse me. So I think that Paul got paid to discredit me because he started first and I just defended myself. I just don't get it. The unprovoked harassment for no reason. Excuse me. But if I was a perp, I wouldn't even be saying, excuse me. I'm struggling with a little mucus here. So, you're closed-minded and narcissistic and won't even give my explanations the time of the day. And I find it mighty strange that you didn't tag me in the whatever so-called apology video you claim you did, but when you falsely accused me of being a perp, you tagged me and put me out there. And I don't have a right to respond back and defend myself. But yeah, you just be talking gibberish and be talking out of your head and pretending to think that you sound like you got some fake intelligence. But it's a damn shame that you see a blatant evidence of something and still call me a liar. All y'all. I showed y'all evidence of several hours ago with the neighbors. Right after I got out of the shower. They probably were hitting me with the weapons, or they probably had something to do with it. Why my organs were squeezing. So for you to just try to discredit and slander me and falsely accuse me of having no evidence, when I got evidence almost every day. Excuse me. So, as I said, I feel beat down, but trying to do things to help myself feel better. But they had somebody supportive on TikTok and say that even though your supporters are still low, even though your supporters are low, just don't let it get down, and don't let it get you down, and still stay strong. She said even if you don't have that many supporters, still keep fighting. So I'm glad for that supportive comment. But excuse me, for the few little people, I got a little bit more support on TikTok than on YouTube with all these subscribers. But I have a small handful on YouTube, a small handful on TikTok. I thought I had bigger, but then they all betrayed and turned against me. And then, I have a small handful on Twitter. I can almost count on my fingers of the little bit of people I have. But, when you're constantly being made to feel like you're in the wrong or you did or said something wrong, it's a really bad feeling. I'm trying to stand up for what's right. And people always make it like as if they're ready to look for an excuse to falsely accuse me of being dishonest. But you've been stalking me for years and trying to control me for years, and y'all just jealous and hateful.